with the 9th standard lesson with one teacher and some of the students they are speaking. The lesson also going to end with the same thing. Ma'am and children they came and they are saying like that how the Canadian people they are thinking about they want to lock down all the politicians into a truck and want to send to Niagara waterfall. Means they are not liking their political leaders. Same condition here in India also. She is saying like that one of the child that her name is Rose. She is saying like that same way we want to take away our all leaders and we want to find out some new leaders. Then teacher is asking like that if we are selecting new leaders how we can predict like that they won't behave in the present leaders how they are behaving. So what we can do, how we want to make the changes in the society, like that the discussion is going on. Then at the end they are saying like that the bypass is not a way, but the people they want to come up with their own some participation, their own some views, then only we can make the reform in the society. So by this the lesson we completed, and this the redefining democracy, because in 9th standard when we started that time it said like that it is a minimum definition of democracy, like that we started to study. And we can say like this is this part, this one page, it is the conclusion of 9th and 10th standard political science. And we can see we studied the minimum definition of democracy in 9th standard, and again the features of democracy and other things. And here we can expand some more points with that definition what you studied in 9th standard. The rulers elected by the people must take all the major decisions. We are saying like that we have seen that one in 9th standard. People they are selecting the rulers, and that rulers want to take maximum decision. Second point, election must offer a choice and fair opportunity to all people to challenge the current rulers. The not only rich people, not only educated, anybody should get a chance to challenge the current rulers. The next one, this choice and opportunity should be available to all people on the equal basis. Now we can see in Panchayat election and some of the elections there are some reservation seats and other things like that. Each and every people they should get some of the chances, opportunities to challenge the current rulers. Then the exercise of this choice must lead to a government limited by basic rules of constitution and citizens' right. Exercise this choice, which choice the getting the equal participation for conducting election, that must lead to a government, because each and every people they are getting their turn to become leaders. So what it is happening, limited by the basic rules of their constitution and citizens' right. So this adult voting right, like that things, it is making the constitutional and citizens' right. That is the basic rules of the democracy that we can the government can't change like that fast, because it is given in the constitution, according to that only they can do. And citizens' right, or in other words what we are saying here in our own words, like that fundamental rights. Then in all lessons what we discussed, again we are recapping the lessons. First one, we discussed democratic rights at length and noted that these rights are not limited to the right to vote, stand in the election and form the political organization. Means the rights, the fundamental rights or the equal rights, it is not to give the vote for one person or standing in the election booth, like that. More than that, we have discussed some social and economical rights that a democracy should offer to its citizen. In different lessons we discuss all these points. We have taken up power sharing as a spirit of democracy and discuss how power sharing between government and social groups is necessary in a democracy. The accommodation of social diversities, and with the help of that one, how we can decentralize our power, and the central, state and panchayati level, everything we discuss. Then we saw how democracy cannot be brute rule of majority or and have a respect for the minority voice necessary for democracy. The majority in the democracy, we are not according to the number but according to the vote we want to conduct, and not only that members, those who conduct given the came in the majority level, that not permanent, that may change different times. The some in way they may some of the people they will get majority this time, next time some other people they will get, next time another some people they will get. So there is a chance to get majority for each and everyone should get. At the same time, we want to give our ears to listen the minority groups, what are their demands, their needs, what they are expressing themselves. Then next point, our discussion of democracy has gone beyond the government and its activities. We thought not only the three organs, what they are doing, what are the duties of MLA, MP. No, we went we have seen different things, the political parties and state parties, national parties, and its duties and the challenges and how we can reform. Then outcome of democracy, if we are not getting outcome, what we can do, all these things we was discussing. Then finally we have had some of the discussion about some outcome that can expect from the democracy. Means each and every people, they are feeling like that they will get something from democracy. Democracy will give some response to the need of the people. If we will reduce the inequality in the society, like that different outcome of the democracy also we discuss. So what is our duty now? We discuss many things. So what we are saying, we have moved from the definition of democracy to the description of the to a good democracy. In first lesson of first and ninth standard, we studied about minimum definition of democracy, and here we are ending with the description of about a good democracy. If the democracy, what all outcome should give, or the democracy should how they should face the challenges, different challenges. So now it is they are asking the textbook itself saying like that, reading between the lines. The one person is sitting and reading between the lines, means what all things you read in the textbook, in between also something is there, that is not written with this black ink or any other ink, or not given some cartoons, but something is there that you want to find out. As a 10th standard students, those who learned about the definition, features and challenges of democracy and everything, that students, those who are aware about the democratic form of government, they should read in between lines and understand better democracy or the understand ideal democracy and try to practice the best democracy in the world. Then last exercise it is given. This is the ending part of your lesson, that is, here is your space. It is not my space or not your teacher's space for writing your own definition of good democracy. You can write what, not asking about what do you mean by democracy or define democracy. Instead of that, define good democracy. You want to define. So the format it is given, and not more than 50 words, like a small 3-4 line or 2 lines or 3 lines, that much enough. Then features of democracy, use only as many points as you want. Try to compress it in a few points as possible. Means you can make it in some rough book, and from that you make the priority of 7, or make 2-3 points together and compress together and make it the points. By that we are completed our political science textbook. There is no textbook activities because inside many activities it is given. So you can complete it one by one slowly. And I know it will take time because 9th standard and 10th standard textbooks we want to check. Not only political science, we want to check economics as well as history textbook also. Then only we will get the points. Economics very less, but history as well as civics book of 9th and 10th standard if you are taking, then you will get all the points, what exercise it is given. So we are going to the lessons once again to the index page. Okay, you can note that one. First lesson it is for annual exam, second lesson it is for annual exam, and fourth lesson it is for annual exam, and sixth lesson it is meant for annual exam, and seventh lesson means 5 lessons it meant for annual exam. Then we can see third lesson, fifth lesson and eighth lesson it meant for periodic test. So by that we are completing our civics also. Now we completed economics as well as civics. Then tomorrow onwards we are going to study again geography and history. So all the best for the coming classes. At the same time please complete, and all the best for your class test. I will send your question paper. You can submit your answers by tomorrow morning before 9:30, on or before 9:30. Thank you. Have a nice day.